In 2010, zookeeper Marcus rescued an orphaned baby gorilla named Binti. For 3 years, he bottle-fed him, played with him, slept beside him. Then Marcus had to leave, and Binti didn't understand why. 12 years later, Marcus returned. Binti was now a 200-kilogram silverback. Would he remember? But what happened next shocked even the scientists. They had never seen a reaction like this before. Marcus had worked at the Amboseli National Park in Kenya since he was 16. He understood how crucial it was to integrate rescued animals quickly before they became too dependent on humans. When he found Binti nestled against his mother's lifeless body, a victim of natural causes, the infant was far too young to survive alone. Marcus took him in, getting up at all hours to feed and care for him. As soon as Binti was strong enough, Marcus placed him with an older female gorilla who had lost her own baby. She was fiercely protective, but gentle, and thankfully, she accepted Binti. Over the next few years, Marcus watched as Binti grew up and eventually separated from the troop. Young males often become solitary before forming their own groups, and leaving the safety of the troop is a difficult transition. But Binti seemed to establish himself well. His calm confidence and huge size soon made him one of the most dominant silverbacks in the reserve. Then came the day that changed everything. It was early morning when Marcus received a radio call. A small child was missing from a school group that had been visiting the reserve's education center. When Marcus rushed to the perimeter, what he saw took his breath away. There, sitting calmly in the tall grass just inside the safety zone, was Binti. But he wasn't alone. Curled up asleep in the shadow of the massive gorilla was a 3-year-old boy. Marcus had just witnessed something incredible. Binti hadn't scared the boy or chased him away. Instead, the massive silverback had sensed the child was lost and tired. He had sat down to create a windbreak, shielding the sleeping boy from the elements. The same gorilla Marcus had rescued as an infant had recognized innocence in this lost child. As Marcus carefully approached, Binti watched him closely. The huge silverback assessed the ranger, his eyes soft and knowing. Then, seeing his old friend, Binti gently grunted, stood up, and slowly knuckle-walked away, leaving the boy safely to Marcus. Marcus had passed the test. He scooped the sleeping child into his arms. Later, speaking with local authorities, Marcus discovered the touching truth. The boy, named David, was an orphan living in a crowded facility nearby. He had wandered away from the group, looking for a quiet place, and had found comfort near the gentle giant. David would have to go back to the facility if no family could be found. But as Marcus watched David later that day, drawing pictures of gorillas and smiling for the first time, something stirred in his heart. Within days, Marcus made his decision. He would adopt David. The adoption process was long, but finally, they celebrated together. As their jeep drove through the reserve, they spotted Binti resting in the evening sun. The silverback lazily raised his head, looking at the little boy through the window, then at Marcus, the man who had not only rescued him, but now a child too. Marcus couldn't wait to tell his son all about Binti's story. With a rescued gorilla and a son who shared his love for nature forming his family, the ranger's life might seem unconventional, but he wouldn't have had it any other way. Sometimes, the bonds we form transcend species. Sometimes love remembers, even after 12 years.